How can I be of service? Would you do something for me?
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Might I take a moment of your time? Might I take a moment of your time? Would you do something for me? Would you do something for me? Could I speak with you a moment? Stay a moment.
I believe there is a Kirkram Slayer deed. There's also, whatever the little fuzzy white things are that come out at night. There's a deed for killing those too. It is quite a difficult deed to complete. Sorry, I get really confused here. Okay, so this is the quest chain that I was missing when I was running around with those hunters. Isn't that sad? Actually, I think the ring that I'm looking for is all the way down at the end. Do I have regen cakes? I think not. Oh, I do! Haha! Do you think that having campfire skills would be justified on a Warden? Considering that they're supposed to be like all independent and do everything themselves. I find it odd that the quests, so look at the, you know, these guys are level 33. The quest level is white, which means that it's on level, so it's 39. That I find odd. Okay. In Hoth Eldakar. So not in here. DP? What is DP? DP regen? That was hard. Aruntar. We're looking for Hod Eldakar. Oh, destiny points! So true. I actually don't know how many I have on this account side. On this server. 4,750. Technically, I should be popping this enhanced experience as often as I can, because it's a fantastic buff. Actually, I should probably do that. Oh, look at that. Oh, all the way full. How fantastic. Okay, so this is the right spot. Oh, and I guess they are closer. I wonder if they do that so that you don't get overwhelmed. So, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've not been using my masteries at all for these yellow lines, and that's partly because I'm not used to them. So I'm going to make an effort from now on to try and use these masteries for that. Yellow, green, yellow, green. I can do it. Okay, so the reason I click skills and I don't use the keyboard is because I use my WASD to move. And I don't really like, I like being able to move in combat if I need to. So, like, if I'm standing still, I could use my 1, 2, 3. I've tried using it before because I know it's better for wardens in some ways. But, like the 1, 2, 3, I feel like I don't have that tactile feedback of I'm clicking. I know what order I'm clicking in. It's more deliberate versus the 1, 2, 3. It can be a little bit more disconnected. Which I know sounds weird. But also that means I have to move my fingers above my WASD keys. And I like to keep them there. So my preference is to use my mouse for my mouse and my keys for my movement. But if I had macroed keys on the side, maybe I might do that. But, oh, regen! And partly because there's some weird delays. Like, there's delays between, like, how often you can go between the different keys, and I feel like I would mess up my gambits more by, like, not hitting them in the right, like, one might pop off before another one pops off. Well, that's why I never went back to my level 75 Warden. Because, I went back to her and I was like, I have no idea how to play this. Like, you really have to practice over and over and over. Yes, and especially with the stat changes, that was a brutal time for switching around. Because they're like, oh, no, agility's not your main stat, might's your main stat. Oh, no, it's vitality. all that sort of stuff, and it was like, what am I supposed to be getting in terms of gear? And then like my gear was out of date, and it was ridiculous. But I do like the Warden combat animations and such. I feel like they're very realistic and intuitive. And you get this very Grecian vibe. Versus the Guardian, where it's a little bit like, oh, you're reaching around your shield and all that sort of stuff. The Warden, it feels, you know, much more like you're a pikeman behind the shield. The feel is really good. Okay, so this is starting to annoy me, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to see if I can find the targets. Whenever I mouse over something, you get this little floating text. And there's a way to move it so that it's actually in the UI, so it doesn't keep like covering over stuff. I've just got to find it. Tooltips. Okay, now I've got to find it on my thing here. Up here. So, examination tooltip position. So if you move it into a little out of the way place, now it's not going to cover up stuff. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, now it's not going to cover up my skills. I played for about 5 years, and I didn't actually know about that trick until I started raiding really hardcore. And I was like complaining about it. I was like, this stuff covers it up, I can't see my other skills, all that sort of stuff. And they were like, well, just move the tooltips. I was like, what? You can do that? So it's not a noob thing. I think I played for like 1.5, 2 years before I actually found out about that. Oh, is it Brandywine that's the unofficial Oceanic server? Or is it Landy? I forget.